This video shows the use of multiple result sets in response to a recent working request of troubleshooting, or better say, the request of showing the differences between a client-server's environments. Fortunately, the most of the information is already recorded and be obtained using a series of select statements with some filtering. The result of that select is what you see in the text file, and due to the fact that sometimes we cannot retrieve data directly, I had to use the Populate Data Grid feature of the application to populate those 12 data grids. If you look to maybe 1 to 2 years old video about the multiple result set, you will see that it was missing the searching of specific data grid and the charting and the hierarchical view. I decided to add those in order to be able to work with the data and chart it and export it as needed. The main advantage that you will notice while looking to the video is that we can work with specific result set at the top of the screen without the need of switching tabs. Once we've filtered or charted the information, we can export that information and attach to the email, in which we can say few more words about the data and charts we provided. There are 2 export options possible. One is export to tabular format, which is actually an export of the result set to HTML, and that export is checking all the data grids and takes 75 rows from each. So if we charted data, then the data grid will have the rows used to chart the data, hence, we will export 75 of those rows as an HTML table. If we displayed hierarchically the data, then we will export it as HTML2. The final HTML is saved on disk and can be opened using a web browser. The second export option is actually the export to Word or Excel, which uses the reporting feature of the application, and those documents too can be attached to the email. I am still thinking if the reporting feature of the application, where you see the print screens of the charts, should be duplicated to store also exports of the HTML information, and user can choose which data will be exported to the final HTML in that way. For the time being, that was not implemented because the whole goal was to allow me to use the application features to quickly consume multiple result sets from SSMS and answer questions about those result sets.